And hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode of Hardball Sports Talk. My name is Brandon. Normally, I have a co host. Today, he is under the weather. If you listened to us the other day, he was a little under the weather that day, and he has not gotten any better. So, Alex, if you are out there listening, I hope you feel better. So, today, I will be flying solo. And what we have for you guys today, we were going to do a couple other things, but since it's just me today, I need to get this Super Bowl episode out because I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to record together before then. So I'm just gonna do the Super Bowl episode today. There has been a lot going on in baseball, however, the last couple of days or really weeks, really, with a couple of big signings and a couple trades that I really want to go over. The issue is I'm trying to keep the episodes cleaner, and what I mean by that is I'm trying to avoid talking football and then baseball back to back. So I'm trying to keep all the episodes into one sport is what I'm trying to do. We've been okay with that. I think we can be better, but overall we've gotten a lot better at that. So maybe sometime this week, if I have time, I'm going to do a baseball episode. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it work or not. I'm hoping that Friday evening I might have time. I coach youth basketball, though, also on the side, and we have a game about an hour or so from home Friday evening. So it'll be a late night. I'm going to talk to Alex, see if that's something he wants to do. I have a couple other people I might text and see if they want to join. But that episode won't be until Friday night, later on in the evening, if it does happen. But it is something I do want to go over because, for example, don't want to go into details, but like Clayton Kershaw just signed with the Dodgers. Jose Altuve signed an extension with the Astros. That's very interesting. And then also Bobby Witt Jr. with the Royals and Colt Keith, with the Tigers. So all of those, and then the Brewers made a trade too. So all of those things going on around the same time. And we've been so focused on football that it's just kind of gone under the radar for us. So I am sorry about that. But again, I hope you guys understand that we're trying to keep everything a little more organized on these episodes. And that is why we haven't gone over them. A couple other housekeeping things of note here. We are still hoping to have a few of our guests on. Everything so far is good to go with Jeff from Rounders. After the Super Bowl, I will be contacting him about scheduling. And then we have a couple other guests that we've been teasing you guys about. I'm kind of running out of teasers, to be honest with you, before I tell you. So I'm not going to give you guys any more teasers about those, but I promise you the second we have it confirmed, we don't have either interview confirmed right now. The one is going to happen for sure. It's just not, the details aren't confirmed yet. But unless something happens in the 11th hour, which I don't see happening, one of the interviews for sure will happen. The other one, I'm crossing my fingers on, trying to work out some details there. But overall, we have a lot going on for you guys. Big movie series coming up. Be on the lookout on the Facebook page. I will be having some things on the Facebook page for you guys to be active on the movie series that we're doing. What we're going to be doing is we'll be ranking our top 50 sports movies that are our personal favorites. So before we even get started on that, I'm going to be upfront with you guys. Alex and I, we like stranger movies. So it's not going to be a lot of movies. I mean, we'll still have them on our list, don't get me wrong. But our top 5 movies are probably not going to be your average top 5 sports movies list. I'll just throw that out there right now. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything like that. I want you guys to tune in for all those. But if you haven't noticed by now, just in our communications with each other, we love the 90s sports movies, as cheesy as they were, but that was our childhood. I was born in 91. He was born in 93. So those movies are our childhood. So both of our lists are going to be very heavy on those. Just a forewarning for you guys. I know they're, like I said, they're cheesy and they're predictable and whatnot, but that's what we grew up on and that's what we love. So we're pretty excited about that list. And like I said, we have a few guests lined up during that period too. We have, like I said, Jeff from Rounders, and then a couple of people from one of the 90s movies that we talk about. I don't know if we've mentioned the movie on the show or not before, but we do talk about it quite a bit with each other. But moving on now, we are here for the Super Bowl. So what I'm going to do, and I was going to do this with Alex tonight, but again, he's not here. So I'm going to break this down by position. So I'm going to give you guys who I think has the edge in coaching, quarterback, running back, offensive line, tight end, wide receivers, defense, and special teams. It is a pretty close on a lot of them. And some of them, I think it's pretty clear on who the better is on that. Overall, though, I think both teams are very evenly competitive, and I think this is going to be a great game. As a Lions fan, I'm still heartbroken over the last game, but I think this is the best matchup, really. Maybe Baltimore and San Francisco would have been a great matchup, too. Actually, that would have been an amazing matchup. But you can't go wrong with Kansas City and the 49ers, even though Kansas City is here every year. They're the new team we don't want to win. They've taken over the Patriots spot for that, but it's a different type of hate because the Patriots were more of just dictatorship. It almost felt like, well, the Chiefs, it's all social media and clout and stuff like that with Taylor Swift and the Mahomes family. So we'll see what happens, though. I think it's going to be a great game. But let's get started here. For the coaching, I give the edge on this one to the Chiefs. Nothing against Kyle Shanahan. I think he's a great coach. He's a great offensive mind. He's been done wonders for the 49ers offense. However, Andy Reid is arguably the best coach in the NFL right now. And he's got experience galore. He is one of the brightest offensive minds in the league. And again, not taking anything away from Shanahan. It's just that you can't pick against Andy Reid in this matchup. So for that reason alone, I am taking Andy Reid. But again, that's nothing against Kyle Shanahan. That's just, I think anybody else, Kyle Shanahan has a really strong chance to win that matchup. But Andy Reid is just in the class of his own. For quarterback, I think this one's pretty easy. It's going to be Mahomes for the Chiefs. Again, nothing against Brock Purdy. I'm not the biggest Brock Purdy fan out there, but at the end of the day, Mahomes, again, one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now, if not the top quarterback. So nothing against Brock Purdy, but Mahomes just does things that not many quarterbacks can, and he understands the system really well. He's been in the league a minute. He's got Super Bowl experience. So as great of a story Brock Purdy is, and I'm not taking anything away from him either, this is Patrick Mahomes. Like, the greatest quarterback we've seen really, well, I mean, Tom Brady was pretty good. I'm not saying he's better than Tom Brady, but talent-wise, we haven't seen too many quarterbacks like this. Moving on now, running back. This one, I give to the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, a couple of great running backs right there. They're deep. They have multiple weapons. They can throw Deebo Samuel back there. They have options. While Kansas City, yeah, they have Isaac Pacheco, and he's pretty good himself. But I just think the depth of the 49ers is better. And also the star power for the 49ers running back room is also a little bit better than Kansas City's. Offensive line, I'm going to give to the 49ers. So if you listen to our MVP episode the other day, or even throughout the season while we've been talking about this, we've been saying, both me and Alex have been saying that Trent Williams deserves a most valuable player consideration. And he does. He has been an anchor for the offensive line for the 49ers all season long. If he's not in the game, they lose. That's just what the numbers say. He's missed 3 games this year, and they lost all 3 games. And then the 4th game they lost, he was injured in that game. So out of their 5 losses this year, he was injured in 4 of them. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. So, and the rest of the offensive line is solid too. And then Kansas City, they've also got a good offensive line. Obviously, you have good teams if you're in the Super Bowl. But I just think the 49ers offensive line is just a little bit better. The tight end, this is honestly the toughest matchup I could think of. You got George Kittle, you got Travis Kelce. Like, Those are the best 2 tight ends in the league right now. And so Travis Kelce, he's the better weapon, if you ask me, but George Kittle is the better tight end. And so I'm going to give this one to the 49ers, but just barely, just because I think George Kittle is overall the better tight end. Now, Travis Kelce is the better football player, better pass catcher, better weapon in the red zone. But George Kittle, what he does with the running game, I think you have to put that in consideration. So just because of that, I'm going San Francisco, but it is a close battle, guys. Like, it's not anything that I'm taking anything away from Travis Kelce or anything like that. He's, a great tight end in himself. But I just think George Kittle, what he brings to the table, is a little bit more valuable. So I'm giving him the edge on this one. Wide receivers, I'm going to also give to San Francisco. We've talked about it on this show multiple times. The inconsistency that the Chiefs have had all season with their wide receivers, and really the inability to catch balls outside of Travis Kelce. While the 49ers, their wide receiver room, you got Ayuk, you got Samuel, you got weapons out there. So, and they all can make plays. So I give the edge to the 49ers on this one. The defense, honestly, I'm not too familiar with the Chiefs defense outside of Chris Jones, but he is a game changer. However, I just think there's too much weapons on the 49ers defense, so I'm going to give them the benefit here. They've got stars and at linebacker and up front. You got Chase Young. You got Nick Bosa. Excuse me, they got Nick. So there's weapons, and if they can get pressure on Mahomes, I think that could be a key to this game, and I think they have the pieces to do that. Again, the Chiefs, they're in the Super Bowl. They obviously have a good team themselves, so I'm not taking anything away from them. I just think overall, I think I like the 49ers defense more than the Chiefs defense. And then finally, we got special teams. This one, I'm giving it to the Chiefs just because, again, they've been here, they've done that. And also, Jake Moody, the Michigan graduate, he is a rookie kicker for the 49ers this year. He has missed kicks in big moments this playoffs. So if the game's on the line and I have to trust the kicker, I'm trusting Kansas City over 49ers there for that. For those of you counting at home, that I have the 49ers better at 5 out of the 9 positions that we just talked about. However, the coach and the QB are 2 big ones. With that being said, I'm taking Kansas City to win this game. I think it's going to be a heck of a football game, though. I'm excited for it. And again, I wish the Lions were playing in this one, but this is a great matchup, so I'm not complaining or anything like that. Alex also thinks the Chiefs will win this game. I didn't ask him for in-depth or anything like that. I know he's under the weather, so I didn't ask him for a whole lot. But that is pretty much all I have for you guys today, with it just being me today. I figured it's going to be a little bit shorter. If you guys could leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, it does help a lot. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Link for that is in the description. I believe, well, the Spotify anyways, and the Apple Podcasts. If you're watching this on YouTube, I believe I have the Facebook page linked on the page, so come check us out. And like I said, we're going to be doing this movie series here shortly, and I really want you guys to be active on that. I think it's going to be great for the show. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, we're putting a lot of focus and energy into this, and we're lining up guests. Like I said, we're doing the polls for you guys. So I really hope that this starts things off for us. We've had a lot of fun so far making the show, and I hope you guys can tell. Today's, like I said, a little bit different without Alex. It's just me. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, I might try to come back sometime this week. Depends if I can make the time or not, to talk about baseball. Because again, I like having the shows one sport. I think it's more cohesive that way. But there's been a lot of activity in baseball, and with spring training here around the corner, I think it'd be a good time to talk baseball. So thank you guys so much, though, for checking us out. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Like I said, leave us a review. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section and whatever, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, or email us at hardballsportstalk@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you